deal. It really is. It's a huge deal, not to mention all the great people that have started up in his team and all the great things that are coming from it. So take some notes. And as he goes through this, I hope you can just see yourself in doing what he's doing. And I hope, and I say this with a lot of respect to Rhys, I'd say the same thing about me. I hope that you notice that it's not overly special. There's nothing he's going to say that anybody else couldn't say, but he's very focused. He's working very hard. He's talking to lots of people. He's very determined. And because of that, the presentation that he does gets in front of a lot of people and has a big impact. So I'm going to let Rhys take it away, Mr. Hurley, and I will give you, you're going to have the co-host power. And by the way, I'm going to be Adam Daw, the personal trainer. Okay. He met me on Facebook of all places. Thank God. And, hey, Rhys, take it away. And thanks for doing this. Let's give Rhys a big round of applause. Guys,
Yes.
it's a huge deal. Big national record.
Yes, thank you, everyone. And, some people might say, well, he broke a record. He's been here for many years. I just want you to know when I got started in June 2020, the record was 10 direct recruits. And in my second month, I was the most excited person ever. And I did 11 direct recruits. And that set a record back in July 2020. And then I told myself for 3 years, I'm like, well, of course I recruit a bunch of people. We were in a national pandemic. People needed opportunity. And I was making all of these excuses and not getting close to that until I decided to quit making excuses. And we went into a whole ton of volume, right? We didn't say the right things. We did a whole ton of volume and ended up with 16 last month, which was awesome. But I also declared it to my team. I declared it, to everybody at the office on recognition nights that I was going to do 15, that I was going to do something crazy. And I loved seeing people doubt me because that motivated me to get after it. So if it's 3:30, if it's 5:30, if it's just getting your first recruit, tell everyone around you about it and then go talk to a bunch of people. And today I just want you guys to know, if you don't know. I just want you guys to know that I'm not special. I work really hard. I was like doing AMAs at the office on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock. And I ran a ton of volume. So here you'll notice a couple things though. If someone's wearing glasses, I'm gonna wear glasses. I got these blue light glasses, and I'll wear glasses so we can be glasses people together. If they're not wearing glasses, I don't wear my glasses. Right? It's little things like that that make a subliminal connection that you're trustworthy. If someone's like sitting back in their chair, I'm going to sit back in my chair and I'm going to build some rapport with them. If they're kind of leaning in and they're resting on their hands, I'm going to lean in and rest on my hands. I want to match people's physical, attributes and movements because it actually makes a mental connection that everything you're saying, they trust way more. And then lastly, yeah, Zenon has it there, mirroring. That's a way better way. Lastly, you'll listen throughout the presentation how I take away early negatives, as well as strategically help guide them away from what the internet is going to say. So basically, as soon as I pop into a Zoom meeting with someone, I'm going to spend some time getting to know them. I'm going to ask them about their family. I'm going to ask them about whatever I've seen on social media that I think is going to lead us down the right path, that this business will make sense for them. So it looks something like this. Hey, welcome. Thanks for popping on today, Adam. I'm so excited to be sitting down with you, brother. And, how's your day so far?
Hey, so far it's pretty good. Yeah. Just a pretty good day here so far.
Yeah. You had a nice wholesome breakfast.
I did. I had 4 eggs and a protein shake, actually.
Cool. I love that. It's good discipline, man. And good job getting in shape. What's
Thank you.
your biggest reason for wanting to be that healthy, Adam?
Yeah, good question, actually. Well, a few reasons. Number one, I feel my best when I'm, at my best. But then I've also got a couple of young kids that I want to make sure that I set a great example for my children of everything from health to, happiness to all of that good stuff.
I love that. I'm just taking some notes on this stuff, Adam, because I just love that you said that. And you mentioned that you have kids. I seen obviously on Facebook that that you got a wife, and I'm just curious, why don't you tell me a little bit about your family? What do you guys got going on? Tell me about your kids.
Yeah. Well, my wife, well, she's a teacher. She's, went to the U of A to become a teacher. I've got a personal training background. I've worked in trades, sort of diamond mines, firefighting. I've done all sorts of different work. And yeah, we have two young kids, and she's hustling to do the work she does as a teacher, and I'm still hustling in the gym to make that happen. And life's pretty good, I suppose.
I love that. And what kind of things do you love to do with your family, Adam?
More than anything, just time in general. I don't know if there's a specific thing. I just love when we're all together. I mean, we could just be having a pillow fight at the house, or, we could be just driving to go get an ice cream, but it's just being together with the family more than anything.
I love that, man. And would you say that your current line of work as a personal trainer, Adam, gives you either enough time to have those pillow fights as much as you like to, or do you have enough money coming in from your current career that you get to spend as much time with your family as you'd like to?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that for sure. I mean, you got to work to make money. So I put X amount of time at the gym, and obviously my wife is working as well. So it's trying to find the time when we can, and then hopefully there's enough money as well, but things have become pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, I hear that. And I mean, if we could show you a way to create more time as well as have more money to enjoy that time, I assume that's basically why we're sitting down today, and that would be attractive to you.
I would say, yeah, if that was a possibility, for sure.
Yeah, cool. I love that. And so obviously, you're successful personal training. I see you crushing it on Facebook. What do you love most about your job, Adam?
um that's a good question. I mean, I like the component of actually working with people, and actually helping them to get to new levels of life, I suppose. It's fun to be able to be, I mean, it's fun, it's high energy, it's exciting, right? I'm not sitting behind a desk. I'm moving and having fun. And I think it actually, at the end of the day, it helps people really to actually change their lives, for sure.
So you love working with people, you love being in a high energy, high octane, intense environment, and you just love helping people change their lives physically, right?
Yeah,
I
I
love
would
that.
say.
Again, just writing this down, brother. And if you could change anything about your job, obviously it can't be all unicorn and rainbows, but if you could wave a magic wand, change anything about your job, what might that one thing or two or three things be?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it would be making more money and having more time. I mean, at the end of the day, the work is actually, it's not terrible work. It's fun, but it's not nearly as much money as I actually would want to make. And then I have to spend all of my time, because obviously personal trainer means I personally have to be there training these people. So I just don't have the time that I'd want, or the money, realistically.
Yeah, I love that. One thing you might really like about our opportunity, Adam, is, you go and personally train a couple people, help them become independent. Now they can go work with others while you're enjoying time with your family. And I'll show you how we do that today, Adam. But we can show you how to build a business, create more freedom and time. What are some of your goals? Like, what are some things you want to accomplish either in personal life? Maybe it's a dream house, dream car, travel more, or even in career. Like, what are some business goals?
Um, I mean, the main thing that comes to mind for me is traveling more. I love to travel. Like, so I don't know if that's a goal, but I would want to travel more. And I at some point, I don't know that I'd be able to afford it now, but I'd love to have, you'd like to have a nicer home and sort of upgrade some stuff. But I mean,
Mhm.
for sure the travel would be number one, because I love to create experiences and memories more than anything. I prefer memories over stuff,
For sure.
and things, but I guess if you could have both, that wouldn't be a terrible problem to have either.
100%. Well, let's dive into those goals a little bit more. I mean, when you picture your dream house, Adam, you mentioned, upgrading your house. If you had all the money in the world, like what color would your house be? Where would it be? Where would you live? Little protein
Well,
shake. Love
I
to
don't
see
think
that.
I don't think I would have I don't think I'd have the color picked out, but for sure it would be a big house in a wide open space. where I don't have neighbors. I'm surrounded by trees. Like I like my privacy and I like wide open space. I'm claustrophobic by nature, so I don't
Mhm.
and I don't like being like everyone else. I don't want to be just in a row of houses on a street. My house is just one of them. I want to
Mhm.
have like almost like a castle in the woods
Love
is
that.
kind of what the way that I'd put it.
Love that. And what's the reality, making $40,000 a year as a personal trainer, that's going to be possible as soon as you'd like it to be.
Yeah, not very likely for sure. Yeah,
So extra income's important to you then.
it would be crucial. Yeah, if I
Cool.
want to make that happen. Yeah.
Love that. And then travel. I mean, if you had all the time and money in the world, what kind of places would you travel to, Adam?
Man, that's a great question. Mostly the places that I would travel have to do with the kids.
Mhm.
So, different ways to teach the kids. So I mean everywhere. I mean, Bali is one place that I think I'd love to bring the kids for different reasons. We've talked about Africa for sure. When the kids are a bit older, I've talked about bringing them up on private fishing tours up in the Northwest Territories where I'm from, just so they can, sort of taste some of the life that I got to do growing up, sorry. And I mean, to be honest with you, it would be doing anything that I want, like just the ability to travel anywhere at any time would be the main thing.
I
There's so
love
many
that.
places you could go, right?
I love that, Adam. All right, I'm timing out right now. I'm just showing everyone. I've been writing all this stuff down on sticky notes, and I've been like kind of closely pasting it right beside Adam's face as I've been filling up sticky notes. So when I'm reading these, I'm not like looking up here. I'm looking right at him the whole time. And I want these sticky notes so I can remind myself and remind him all throughout the presentation, all this stuff. All right. So time back off. That's awesome. Awesome, Adam. I appreciate you sharing that stuff with me. And, I obviously respect your time. So I think we should get into things here, but just know that I know exactly how you feel, Adam. I felt the same way a couple of years ago when I got started in business, spending more time with my kids, having more money to do all of those things, was very important to me and my family. I want to set an example just like you. So I think the universe works in incredible ways, Adam. And it's amazing that we met out of 2 billion users on Facebook. Here we are. But just understand, Adam, this business has helped me and travel a lot more. It's given us complete freedom. It's helped us more money. And here you get to become a better father, a better husband, a better friend, and just make drastic improvements on yourself while having a career that matters. And if we could go through the presentation here today, Adam, and show you how that picture might look for yourself, how excited would you be?
Well, I'm certainly open to finding out.
Cool. I love it, man. Well, let's get into things here. I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen, and as soon as you see it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, brother. Oh, we're
I
having technical difficulties. I guess if a welder can figure this out, anyone can, hey?
I suppose, yeah. Thumbs up. I can see the back screen.
All right, I love that, brother. Now, hey, today I'm going to take you through a couple simple steps. I'm going to take you through our mission and vision, and we're going to have a lot of fun talking about, the fundamental goodness of our company and what it is we do, Adam. Then we're going to roll through, the part-time and full-time side of things. And normally I use this presentation to, talk about referrals with clients at the end. But if anybody comes to your mind that you think would be perfect for this career, if anybody comes to mind that you think needs the products or the financial education that we quickly brush through, don't send them to me. Use that as proof, Adam, that you can win here and you can build a business here. Okay, so taking a look at the first page here, I assume you recognize a few of these companies, Adam.
Oh yeah, for sure, of course.
For sure. Now, have you ever heard of our parent company, World Financial Group, before?
Mm, maybe. I mean, it's familiar, but
Yeah, well, I seen pictures of you there on Facebook, some videos of you playing hockey there, so it looks familiar. Maybe you've seen us on the NHL boards. Maybe you're a golfing fan. We sponsored some PGA
Yeah.
golfers. You'll see us, if you've ever heard of Ed Milet before, he runs one of the top podcasts in the world on business.
Hmm.
And he's one of our most successful agents that we've had so far. I'm hoping to take one of those pieces of recognition from him. But I tell everyone, Adam, World Finance Group doesn't matter. Do you know any real estate agents, by the way, Adam?
Yeah, I got a few friends that do real estate. Yeah.
Cool. Do you think people do business with them because they've branded themselves well and they like them and trust them? Or do you think the only reason people do business with them is because of the brokerage they're from?
I would think more that I would think more about the trust and so forth. I would
Yeah,
think.
100%. So I tell everyone, World Finance Group doesn't matter. I don't control how people have built their business in the States. I don't control how people are building their business, out of Vancouver. What I can control is how I build my business and how I teach my team. All World Financial Group is a home office. They give you all of the back office support. They have all of the contracts enforced with a lot of these companies you can see here. They have the legal department. If you decide to become one of the titans of the industry and build a team, they'll do all your payroll for you, which I don't know if you've ever had to do payroll before, but that's something I would have signed up for. But I just let everyone know it doesn't matter. Really, at the end of the day, it's just a platform that lets you build this as big as you want, create as much freedom of time, and make as much money as you want for your family while getting to work with people and change some lives. So, on the topic of changing lives, Adam, if you take a look at the umbrella here, I assume you probably recognize a few of those companies.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, we're brokers. We're basically the Amazon of financial services. This is only a handful of the product providers we represent. There's over 50 in Canada, 250 down in the States, Adam. And if you want to build a North American business, you can here. Some of the products we help people with, one of the best kept secrets of the financial industry, you'll learn all about tax shelters. Have you ever heard of an insurance plan that as you pay money to protect your family, you can actually build equity and borrow it back out? You might see it on Instagram or TikTok as infinite banking. Have you ever heard of that?
I a little bit. I've
Yeah.
seen some, some things here and
Yeah.
there. I don't know a lot about it, but
Yeah, that's good. I mean, at least you've heard of it, right? That's one of our number one products. People love that, especially business owners. If you know any business owners, Adam, we help people just learn how to protect their income with regular life insurance, critical illness, disability. We help people set these up for their kids so they can borrow against the policy for school. They can borrow against it to buy their first house and just get a huge head start in life. And then we also teach people about, retirement products. You mentioned you were in the trades before, so sometimes you come across people, and you probably have a bunch of them in your phone right now, Adam, who have left jobs and have pensions just sitting there. So we help those guys and gals get that working harder. We help people learn about the difference between RSPs and TFSAs. We help them learn about mutual funds and segregated funds, take advantage of the right investment vehicle for them in their situation. And then what makes us different from like a Sun Life or an investors group or an Edward Jones is as a broker, we also have some incredible referral partnerships that help us save our clients money. We can refer our clients to save money on home and auto. We can help them learn about debt restructuring. We can help people get better mortgage rates, as well as do some funeral planning and estate planning. Now, my question for you, Adam, is taking a look at that list. I assume that's all pretty new stuff for you, hey?
yeah, I mean, I know of them, but for sure, new to the actual concept of how they would all work. Yeah.
Yeah, I promise, Adam, when I sat through this presentation for the first time with a guy I met on Facebook, by the way, I was a welder. I had scraggly hair. I had a little bit of a mullet. And I was just used to looking through a 2x4 window at some bright lights all day. And if I can figure this out, I know a sharp, family man like yourself can, Adam. But here's what I want you to understand. These products are good for everyone. And whether you're 16 years old, just got your driver's license, needs some home and auto, or you're, in your retirement years, everybody is a client here. At the gym, I assume your prospect is someone who wants to get in shape. So if you were to walk into a mall and talk to 100 people about your services of all different builds and all different genders, how many do you think would actually, you know, be your target market?
Um, well, yeah, I think if I talk to 100 strangers in the gym about being a personal training client, I don't know, 10, maybe 20
Cool.
would actually do it.
Now, if you were to, go into a public setting and talk to people about saving money, getting their money working harder, helping them get out of debt, and just learn some basic financial education, how many do you think in this day and age would want to take advantage of that service?
I think a lot more. I would think a lot more for sure based on that because my services cost people money. So
Yeah, 100%. Well, we haven't even got to that part yet, Adam, but you're wiser than you know. So that brings us to our first piece of financial education that we walk people through. It's called the financial independence number. Long story short, it's basically how much money do you have to have saved to live a comfortable retirement. Most people think retirement's an age, when in fact it's actually a dollar figure in your bank account. The banks aren't teaching us about this stuff. The schools aren't teaching us about this stuff. And so our client process is super simple. Oh, I'm just gonna sit back. So I'm gonna sit back, mirror his language. Step one, we take a look at what people are already paying for, things like home and auto, credit cards, line of credit, you name it, right? On average, the way we get paid, Adam, is we free people up, on average, $100 to $500 a month, right? We find them better insurance products, better interest rates, better returns. Then step two is an extra value add. We help them learn the roadway or the roadmap to retirement by showing them what they need to have saved. We show them where to save it. And then hopefully we're able to put a plan in place to achieve it. But the best part is it's not going to cost anyone we talk to money, Adam. Our services are complimentary. They become a client of the financial institution that fits their needs, and the financial institution pays us. Does that make sense? Does that feel good?
so far, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I love that. Now, out of curiosity, have you ever heard of the rule of 72?
I have not.
Perfect. Very straightforward, Adam. You know, and again, you said I have not. Most people haven't. The banks have failed us, the schools have failed us. We are the ones out there helping people, give them hope about their financial futures. And it's a very simple concept. Albert Einstein actually called it the eighth wonder of the world. But you take 72, you divide it by your average rate of return you're getting on your investments, and that's how long it takes your money to double. So if you take 72 and you divide it by 2% here, you can see it's going to take someone 36 years for their money to double. Now, what we do is we show clients how to diversify their portfolios, how to take advantage of some incredible products, and you can still stay, fairly low risk and get closer to, 6, 7, 8% returns on average, right? We never guarantee anything. But if you were to get an 8% return, 72 divided by 8 is 9. Now your money's doubling every 9 years. Do you think you would have to sell anything, or would someone want to actually take advantage of that number?
I mean, I would have to assume they would want to take advantage.
You're 100% right? You mentioned you like changing lives at the gym. When you teach people about compound interests and their financial independence number, that's how we're changing lives here. Now, when we take a look at this picture here, Adam, I assume you see the blue outline of a house.
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Now, if you were to go build your dream house today, Adam, that house in the woods with no neighbors, what's the very first piece of the actual construction that they'd start with?
I would imagine the foundation.
Dude, you nailed it. Are you a general contractor as well?
Well, not yet. I haven't made that decision yet.
I love that. Well, hey, if you ever start, you'll be really good at it because you'll want to start with the foundation. You already got that part nailed down.
Mhm.
Um, Now, when we talk to people about financial planning, we talk to them about starting with a strong foundation. The first tier of that foundation is life insurance. We educate families that they should have 10 to 20 times so that if something ever happened, their debt's paid off, their funeral's paid off, and there's a lump sum of money left over for their surviving spouse to replace the income they brought to the table. Next piece of the foundation, we teach them that if you haven't passed away, but you get really sick or really hurt, how to set up critical illness and disability to properly protect them. And then I don't like paying taxes. Do you like paying taxes, Adam? I've seen a couple of your videos on Trudeau there. If we could mean less money for Trudeau, more money for your family, would you see value in that?
I sure would. Yeah.
Yeah, your clients would as well, right? So we teach them the proper estate and legacy planning. We make sure things are set up. And it's a lot of fun. Now, before we get into the money making side, which I know we're sitting down with or sitting down to do, I just want to make sure you have a great understanding. Once we've got that foundation set up, we'll shop around and make sure people have better mortgage rates. We'll help them replace this product called mortgage insurance. You'll learn all about it, Adam. We help people learn the difference between RSP, TFSA. If they already got them, great. Quite often we'll show them, much better returns. And then lastly, Adam, we teach people, not all companies are out there even offering these products, but we teach people how to get all their money back out of their insurance, how to create generational wealth and pass it on to the next, generation while, being able to use their insurance while they're still alive. There's this book called The 10 Tax Secrets Revenue Canada does not want you to know about. Secret number 8 is leveraging your life insurance. And secret number 9, Adam, is starting a small business, which we're here to talk about as well today. So do you think the majority of Canadians, Adam, are taking advantage of these concepts and strategies?
No, I would have to think they're not.
You're 100% correct, man. And I know when I first started here, all this stuff was kind of new to me too. By the way, how are you feeling so far, on the client side of things? Does all that make pretty good sense? Do you have any questions? It feels good?
I mean, it's all pretty new to me. So I mean, it feels good, but I mean, I don't know a lot about, money. I've never really been educated. I mean, it's interesting, I suppose.
Yeah, Adam, I know exactly how you feel. When I first started, I felt the exact same way. Half of the reason I got started was just to learn about money. I was making $250,000 a year. Nobody was ever about this stuff. And I was happy if at the end of the year I was left with $1,000. I remember in 2019, I had dollars left over after paying my taxes. I had no idea where my money went. Right. And so a huge reason I got started here was just to learn it. I set a goal to make $5,000 in my first year because I was so skeptical when I sat down with the guy I met on Facebook. So you might be feeling kind of the same way. And, just understand he helped me. He mentored me. He trained me. I made $5,400 my first month, decided this thing was real and have been taken off ever since. But my goal was just to learn about money. And if I made $5,000 in my whole first 12 months, I would have decided it was real. So that brings us to our mission, Adam. My mission is to license 1,000 agents in Canada. That will mean 500,000 Canadians get to change their lives, get financial education and products that a lot of people aren't ever going to get access to otherwise in their lives. Now, when we take a look at the part-time side of things, Adam, I have great news for you. You said it was brand new to you. You don't have to have any experience. You get to learn everything part-time. It's really flexible. So you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to lose the income you have for your family until we replace that, right? Now, there's 3 ways you're going to learn this business, Adam. You're going to learn it through the world-class training online, right? You're going to get some government courses, regardless of whatever any of your friends say. This is a government-regulated industry, and it's highly regulated, and it's getting tighter and tighter all the time. It's a ton of fun. I love it because it means not everybody can do it. Now, you're going to get through those courses. They're not hard. Don't worry. We have lots of support to get you through that. And then secondly, you're going to have classroom training. If you're out of Edmonton, you can tune in on in Edmonton. Please come into the office as much as possible. It's way better. And thirdly, shadowing a broker. Just like probably when you became a personal trainer, you worked under someone for a period of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had to learn the ropes. You had to learn, how to deal with clients, how to build plans. And so you're going to have the same thing here, right? I call this like a financial apprenticeship is basically the easiest way to explain it. But of those 3 ways to learn, Adam, what way do you think you'll learn the best? The classroom training, the online courses,
Hands-on
or
for
actually
sure.
like
Hands-on for sure.
I'm the exact same, brother. So you're going to have a lot of fun field training here, and we can get after that right away. But ultimately, you're going to have a recession-proof industry, make about $1,500 per client. Out of curiosity, how many clients would you have to serve, Adam, to make $1,500 as a personal trainer?
About 30.
30, wow. And how many hours of work is that? 30 hours, I assume?
About 30 hours.
Plus the prospecting time, right, of finding those 30 clients.
Yeah, plus that as well. Yeah.
It maybe building some plans in the background when you're not actually with them, meal planning, all that stuff. Be more than 30 hours.
Probably, yeah, if you add it all up.
Wow. So if we could show you how to make that in 2 or 3 hours, can you imagine all the extra time you're going to have with your kids and the
Mhm.
extra money you're going to have to do those things?
I can.
Love that. That's great that you can imagine it already. So in the beginning, you get paid to learn. And now the opportunity in front of you, Adam, you talked about having this dream house. You talked about being able to travel wherever, whenever you want without your income being affected. And so the opportunity in front of you, should you choose to take advantage of the side of things, is you can own your own business here. You get passive and residual income. So while you're traveling, you're making money. While you're spending time with your kids, you're making money. And then you're also going to have complete control of your time and your paycheck. Now, have you ever been in a situation, Adam, where you have, worked harder than even maybe when you're in the trades, you worked harder than the guy beside you, but you guys got paid the same?
100%. That definitely happens. Yeah.
Do I have people in my team that don't work as hard as others and they don't make as much as the others, right? The people who work the hardest here, Adam, they get compensated for that. And you're going
Hmm.
to get paid to teach and help as a senior broker in our team. And we have a proven system. If you take a look at this page here, I assume you'll probably first be drawing to the incomes, but let's start in the very middle. None of these people come from a business and finance background. When you take a look here, we actually have a ton of personal trainers. We got one of my good friends, Adam. He used to be a personal trainer. Now he's making about $1 million a year. We got Paige Grant. She used to be a personal trainer, and her husband was in the trades. They're about to cross $250,000 a year. One of my good friends, Sierra Fisher, Adam. She was a personal trainer. She started here at 19. Now she's mid 20s. Power female, making a couple $100,000 a year. And so, we have a lot of people that come from that industry. There are a lot of people who just came from the trades. They knew how to work hard. They loved the idea of making money. They loved working with people. This was the vehicle that they chose to help change people's lives, right? And make more money. And a lot of these people are traveling a whole lot too.
Hmm.
Now, taking a look at this next page, Adam, what do you see?
Um, Looks like rewards and recognition.
Yeah, dude, you can read the brochure. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that to someone. That's my favorite movie from Tokyo Drift. Remember that? Did you ever watch Tokyo Drift, Fast and the Furious, Adam?
I did not.
Okay, so in the very beginning of the movie, the guy with the old cars racing like the rich preppy kid with the Viper, and the guy's talking about his car, and then the guy with the beat up car that knows mechanics. He's like, "Wow, awesome! You can read the brochure." But yeah, man, I mean, one of our core values here in the team is rewarding and recognizing our team and giving back to them for all of their hard work, as well as giving back to our communities. And the one thing that you talked about is you like high energy, right? You like to be in an environment working with people. You like to be in an environment with high energy. And I promise, probably, the best day of your life will be the day when you get to cross the Vegas stage and get some world-class recognition. Can you see the couple in the middle of the screen there, by the way, Adam, with the sword?
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Awesome. So that would be the guy who actually reached out to me on Facebook, and that would be his wife Savannah, who's a teacher, just like your wife. And they were getting this sword as recognition for running the MVP agency in the whole company. So, if you get started in business with us, Adam, I can't guarantee your success because I can't guarantee that you show up. I assume you're going to because we got a family to win for. But if you get started in business with us and you run our system and you show up as much as you can and you're coachable, you know, this is why we assume you're going to win at a very high level here and have all the things we talked about. And you're going to have a lot of fun. You're gonna definitely be happier. So that all being said, Adam, I mean, do you have any questions on any of that stuff we went through? Any thoughts in your mind? Everything feeling good so far?
I think, I mean, questions wise, it's just all the stuff about money, right? Like I don't I mean, obviously I'm a personal trainer, right? So I just don't have any kind of a background or like understanding. And then I mean, I kind of wonder like where am I going to find these clients and everything else? So those would be like some of my questions or thoughts, I think.
Yeah, great questions, man. And I mean, the only question I have for you is when you started personal training or decided to get into that field, did you know everything about nutrition and the human body and how to grow muscles? And did you know how you were going to find clients when you decided I'm just going to go be a personal trainer? Or did you figure
Um,
that out kind of as you went?
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess you learn as you go.
Yeah, I tell everyone who gets started in business with me, Adam, it's a lot of fun, but I tell them, when you learned how to drive a car, did you sit there and leave it in park, or you turn the engine on, put it in drive, start out slow, but figure out, the steering wheel, the gas and the brakes as you kind of roll down the road.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, same thing here, brother. Any other questions?
No, I mean, how much does it cost to even get started? How does that look?
Great question. That was going to be my question. Not even how to get started. I assumed we had a family to go win for. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen again, Adam. So give me a minute. I'm just going to bring up another presentation here that basically explains our compensation with you. It'll introduce you to our team and our core values, and it'll also walk us through how to get started. So, my team is called Rev Leadership Development. We're revolutionizing financial services. We're educating a ton of people, and we're having a lot of fun while doing it, and we're actually getting a chance to dream again and live out our visions for our future. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes, Adam, we're going to start with some core values and some team standards. So at the end of this, I'm going to ask what resonate the most with you. So, I invite you to share that with me. Now, number one core value is generational impact, Adam. Everything we do has an impact for the clients, right? We're changing their lives. But I want you to picture spending more time with your family. I want you to picture building a business, paying you multiple seven figures a year, and being able to pass that down to your boys, right? Imagine the generational impact that will have on your family for generations. Number two, no family left behind. Our company is not like a lot of the other companies out there fighting for the top 1%, fighting for the rich, fighting for the wealthy, fighting for the business owners. We still help a lot of them. They love our products, but our company was designed for the everyday family to get financial education that the banks decided they didn't have enough money for. Number three, giver's game. I'm not good at sales, Adam, but I am good at teaching people how to provide value, education, and help. And in turn, it's paid me a lot of money this last 12 months. Number four, strength of character. I know you're a pretty awesome dude. I've been following you on social media. We've had some good conversations over the last 2 years, and I'm so glad we're finally sitting down. And if you get started in business with me, I'm looking to work directly with people who do the things they say they're going to do. Right. Number five, raising the bar. Do you like competitiveness, Adam? Do you like to win?
I do. I definitely like to work hard and compete for sure.
I love that, man. Well, not only at a corporate level are there tons of trips to qualify for and recognition all across the board, but getting started in our team, we have multiple records held by the team on the recruiting and business building side. We've got the three fastest people to ever get through the certifications in the whole country. And so getting started in our team specifically, Adam, you'll be a part of, a high energy, high octane team where, we're just fired up to be changing some lives, and you'll get to run with that. It's not like it's a bunch of, old people sitting back in an office talking about the good old days. Number six, 100% positive leaders. You're a positive guy. I love interacting with you. I've loved all the conversations we've had in the past. And for people who can stay positive, they become leaders in our firm. And number seven, we're dealing with people's money here, Adam. We got to always do what's right. My favorite saying is mission before commission. And then number eight, no swearing. In my world, no swearing means no excuses. Now, taking a look at those core values and our standards for the team, Adam, what stand out the most to you, or what resonate the most with you?
I mean, I naturally like raising the bar. Obviously I lift bars in the gym, so
The bench press bar, right, brother?
literal. I raise bars. Actually, it's what I do for work. So yeah, I mean, obviously doing what's right. I mean, that's very important. And I mean, generational impact is a cool thing to think about too, because at the gym, none of what I do in my job at the gym will have an impact down the road. It's not building towards anything in the future. So
Yeah, I mean, don't cut yourself short. Maybe that dad you're helping get in better shape doesn't have a heart attack. He gets to walk his daughter down the aisle where otherwise that might not have happened. Like, you are doing good things there, but here it's magnified. You get to do way bigger things, Adam. Right. And I appreciate you sharing those with me. It was a trick question, though. You're supposed to say all of them if I'm going to bring you on board, by the way. No, I'm just kidding. I
Can I
asked
revise
you.
my answer?
Yeah, I asked you what stood out the most. I know they all stood out to you, brother. But I also know we only got an hour to get together today, and we couldn't talk about them all. But I just want you to understand it's a lot we're going through today. But the business model is very straightforward. In the beginning, you're a new agent. Your job's to get licensed. Your job's to get on field training. With a license, you're going to make about $1,500 per client. And then over time, sometimes that's a year, sometimes that's 2 years, sometimes that's 5 years. You decide, right? It's an even playing field, Adam. You just have to hit the numbers. You're going to become a broker. So you decide how fast you want to do that, right? But now you're going to get to train new agents. You're going to get to build distribution for your team. You get to oversee your own brokerage at a higher commission level. And I want you to understand, the market cap and the potential over the next handful of years here, Adam. So you could start a business in retail and you make about $3.2 trillion. Not you personally, but the retail industry and the businesses that will be started. They're estimated to make about $3.2 trillion because Amazon has taken a lot of money from small businesses in retail. Number two, you could get a real estate license. You could become a mortgage broker. You could become a real estate investor, which I feel like almost everyone on Facebook is nowadays. But there's only $16 trillion to be made in the next 10 years in real estate. Now, if you're looking at getting started in the financial service industry here in North America with the baby boomers passing away, they've got pensions leave behind, life insurances to invest, plus every single day, people are starting new families and buying houses and need our products. There's a $108 trillion industry here, Adam. Now, if you were to start a business and create wealth for your family in the next 10 years, how big, which business, I guess, would you want to start in, and how much of that do you want to be you and your families?
I would pick the green arrow, and I would say as much as possible.
I love it. Well, let's get after it. I want you to understand our compensation model before we talk about licensing, because I know that will be your second question. So we'll start there. Very straightforward. I mean, the first way we get paid, you have multiple revenue streams here, Adam, which is great. They say the average millionaire has seven revenue streams. I'd love them all to be inside of one vehicle, then look for 7 different vehicles all pulling my attention away. So the upfront commission, I mean, as a brand new training associate, you make about 26%. An associate's 36%. A marketing director, or I call it a junior broker, my friends and family understand that better, 51%. And then a senior broker here, 66%. Now, we also get paid overrides on our team, Adam. That's the second way we get paid. And what that looks like is when I take you in the field, I'm going to do all of the work for you. You literally have to do nothing but sit there and take notes. I'm going to get you your commission. You're going to make about 26%. But do you know what the difference between 66 and 26 is?
I'm going to say 40.
Yeah. So I make 40%. And as we get you promoted to associate, you're now at 36%. I'm going to make 30. And when you're independent as a junior broker, you're going to get the biggest piece of the pie. You're making 51%. And now I'm making 15%. Just like any business model out there, right? The person in management is benefiting when the person's making money. But my job, Adam, I don't want you to stay a junior broker forever. I want you to become a senior broker. And now there's an extra 34%, which, if you get started, if you see value, we'll dive you through the bonus structure and how all that works. Just know you're going to make about $1,500 per client when you first start out. And if we just go and help 2 clients a month, Adam, you're going to make about $25,000 to $50,000, in your first year. Now, not everybody does that. I did do that, Adam. So if that sounds appealing to you, I am actually qualified to help you do that. What would you do with an extra $50,000 in the next 12 months?
There'd be a vacation or two for sure. That would be a definite.
Maybe you go to Bali, maybe you go to Africa.
Yeah, one of them,
Yeah.
maybe, for sure.
I love that. I love that. Now, we also get paid passive and residual income. When you help a client with investments, you get paid in a monthly ongoing basis in what's called a trail format. When you get help in a client with insurance products, a lot of them pay us on our policy anniversary dates. But I want you to focus on this cash flow quadrant here. Have you ever read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad?
I remember, yeah, a little bit. Like it was a while back, but I understand the concept.
Cool. I'll send you the YouTube video after this, Adam. But it basically explains there's 4 places to make money in Canada. The first one's an employee, which, are you contracting as a personal trainer, or are you an employee of the gym?
No, in this case, I'm an employee. Yeah.
Okay. So you have no guarantees, right? The gym could close down tomorrow. We don't even know if a pandemic might shut down a gym. We haven't experienced that yet, right? But also you have a limited income. You can only work so many hours, and your clients can only sit down at certain times. And you have a glass ceiling, and you always got to be at that gym prospecting. So like we talked about, you don't have a lot of freedom of time as an employee. Some people have even less than you. Now, one area where we can help you, Adam, is you become self-employed, where here you help one client at a time, all by yourself. You can't get fired. If you get fired here, you're probably going to jail. So you have way worse things to worry about than your job. You have access to all of our pre-licensing, you have access to all of the training, and you're going to be able to control your time, right? You get to build your business at your own pace. But then also, Adam, you can be a business owner here. Here you own a system, you own an agency. I want you to think of our business as a franchise opportunity. You could open a McDonald's store and try and handle the lunch rush yourself, or you could go staff up a company and crush a lunch rush, right? When you're a business owner here, your income's not active. You have a home office supporting your business. You have national training to build a business. You have access to millionaires that will mentor and coach you. We have access to over 50 product providers. And when you're able to make money while you travel, you actually have complete freedom of time and financial freedom. And then the fourth way, the third way we can help you is you become an investor. So at the end of this, we'll talk about getting licensed. And the first step is getting your agent code. Once you hit a certain level in our company, Adam, you can that business down to your family. You can sell that business to someone else. So everything you do here, not only do you also carries a monetary value in the future that you can sell. Of those three ways we can help you, the self-employed, owning a system and an agency, and being a business investor, what's the most appealing to you, Adam?
Well, probably the last two, being a business owner, obviously, but if you've got enough money to invest as well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate you saying that. Now, our next way we get paid is the bonus structure. It's going to cost a couple $100 to get licensed with us, Adam. Depending on your province, it fluctuates. Here in Alberta, it's about $630. And so our organization, they have a $500 bonus. So if you pass all of your courses in the first 30 days, you sit on 3 client appointments, and you look at your own personal plan, you qualify for a $500 reimbursement when you apply for your license. I have an additional $500 for anybody who goes and writes 10,000 points in their first 90 days with a license. And so when you take a look at this, Adam, I mean, we talked about it's going to be a few $100s to invest, but you can also get all your money back. Do you have anything to lose?
No, I don't think so. Not based on what I've seen.
Not if you show strength of character, brother, right? Not if you do the things you say you're going to do. Not everyone qualifies for it because they get distracted by Netflix. I'm supposed to be at a 1-year-old's birthday party today, one of my nephews, but I was like, he's not going to remember if I'm not there, and I got to change Adam's life. So that's definitely way better and more important for me. But also, as you build your brokerage, Adam, one day you'll be a senior broker and you'll qualify for a 4% on top of production. So if you've been around in business for a few years, you're doing about $100,000 a month in sales within your whole organization. It's a $4,000 bonus every single month, an extra 50 grand a year, just cause ain't too bad. That could be your trip to Africa or Bali. Some of the last ways we get paid, Adam, we get to save money on taxes. You get to start writing off your cell phone bill. You get to start writing off your gas. If you got a mortgage right now, you can write off a portion of that. You can write off your utilities because you have a home office. And talk to an accountant. You'll learn all the different write-offs. I'm not an accountant, but I can tell you what I write off, once we get started in business. And then also some value you're going to get out of the company. It doesn't carry a monetary gain, but you're going to get financial education here, Adam. And, if I could share one thing with you, even if I was never successful here and I was making $250,000 in the oil field, what I learned about money and how it works here would have changed my life forever, right? You're going to get world-class personal development. You're going to get world-class professional development. You're going to learn some cool skills. And then you're also going to get some world-class associations. I wish we had time, for me to talk about all the incredible people in our agency that I get to hang out with. But you're just going to have to find that out yourself when you get started. Now we also have recognition, which I know we talked about on the last page, so we don't have to spend a lot of time there, right? You're going to get to travel with your family for free. You're going to get some pretty cool experiences. We still haven't done Pebble Beach. That's on my bucket list. I think one of my next big goals, I'm headed out for Navy SEAL training here in April, Adam, with the founder of our company and SEAL Team 6 at his private ranch. Next thing on my bucket list is, golfing with the founder of our company right off his back door on hole 14 at Pebble Beach. I think that would be pretty cool. And hey, if we build it big enough, maybe we will. Now, I want to share our team vision with you, Adam. My goal for the next 5 years isn't that a beautiful couple? Look at that. We can't wait to hang out with you and your wife. We picture you and your wife in Kanasket and taking a picture as a team. I think that would be a lot of fun. But my goal in the next 5 years, Adam, is to have one office in every province and state. I want to promote 25 senior brokers, and I want to have us overseeing 500,000 families get helped. If we can do that, we'll have probably 100 people on pace to become the first millionaires in their family. Now, my question for you, Adam, is that a vision that you can see yourself a part of?
I would for sure. Yeah, that's a lot bigger than the vision I have at my gym of helping people put
We're getting into the dessert here. Now, Adam, we want it 3 days max. Probably only take 2 weeks. The fastest I've seen it done was 2 hours and 47 minutes. That's probably never going to happen again. So don't try and beat that. Don't get discouraged. Just know it's been done. The second way you're going to learn this business, if you get started, is the classroom training. Wednesday nights, Saturday mornings, right? I'm actually skipping it right now to do this with you. And then thirdly, we get in the field. We show you this business works with, some great clients, and we make a big difference for some people. And, with your license, you're going to get paid really well to learn. Now, getting licensed, right? I want you to understand, as you look at these, don't turn off, Adam. Don't get discouraged as you look at this list here. Just know these are all step by step. The first step is getting your agent code, right? We get your agent code, and now you get a big discount on the courses. Secondly, that agent code, that's what you can sell in the future, right? You can sell your agent code to someone else. You can pass it down to your kids, and it could be paying hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars of passive income. So it could be worth a lot more than $150. So it's a great investment, right? Next step, once we got your agent code, within 24 to 48 hours, we get you started on your government courses. On your own, they're about $500. Through Grant McEwen, you can do a 2-week course for a couple grand. We get you access to them for $190, and we pay for a tutor for you to have access to. And then your provincials would be the next step. Once you wrap up your courses, they're $100 to get all your provincials done with us, Adam. If you were to get licensed on your own, it's $100 each, so you're going to pay $400. And then lastly, you do your criminal record check. They're basically looking for tax evasion, money laundering, insurance fraud, thefts. If you've had like a DUI 10 years ago or a weed charge from the 90s, they're not too concerned about that. But is there anything that comes to mind, Adam, that you think would be a challenge on the criminal record side of things?
I don't think so.
Awesome. I assumed not. But I don't want you to go through the process and then we find out at the end, right? So we definitely always ask that. And then lastly, once everything's approved, Adam, which if you're going through the courses fast, could take you a month, it took me a month, right, to get paid. Could take you 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I have a mentor. He makes a couple $1 million a year. It took him 9 months. So, regardless, you're going to be successful here. But once your license is ready to go live, it's $155 here in Alberta. Now, taking a look at this page, Adam, do you have any questions on any of this stuff?
No, that's all pretty straightforward.
Love that, man. I love that. Well, I appreciate your time today. Before we pop off, Adam, I gave you a ton of opportunity questions. I just have a couple questions for you. If we were to get started in business together, Adam, what skills or what qualities do you have that make you think or lead you to believe that you'd actually be successful with us?
Well, here's what I would say. Since that it's 9:55, we should adjourn that for the next time that we get together so we can go through these questions and go through the closes. Yeah,
Do that.
yeah, well, that's we got a 10 o'clock class coming up, so I got to get started for that. But you guys will get into these closing questions next because that's really important. But I just want to thank Rhys for taking the time to go through this. And then we want to do a recap of some of the key points to the questions he asked, the leading questions, all that kind of stuff. But this was an awesome class. I love sitting through it. Let's give it up for Mr. Rhys Hurley. And then we got some, hey, if you're, hopefully you're here, but we've got the tests starting right away. So I'm just going to log off of here and then log back in there. But Rhys, thank you for this. And everybody, we'll see you here real soon. And we will finish this up here next Saturday. Okay, guys, thanks.